How's everyone doing? This is an awesome-tastic haul slash mail day. I got a bunch of really cool stuff yesterday, and then today I figured I'd go ahead and do a combined update. I've got vinyl, I've got VHS, I've got comic books, and of course I've got Blu-rays. So let's go ahead and jump in. First up, I'll go ahead and show you the one VHS tape that I picked up. And it's the Burning Mac show. This was an Emmy promo right here, and it's like a cigar box. And I really love this show, and I hope he rests in peace. Fantastic comedian. And there you go. You've got the cigars right there with the cast members. Very cool. And then the VHS tape right there, which is the pilot. Original air date was 2001. Wow. And then now you got it, and then The King and I. So there you go. And again, I like the design right there for the cigar box. And I'm a fan of the show, so I figured, why not go ahead and get it? You don't really see that too often, and it was very inexpensive. It was $3, so I'm happy with it. Next up, I'll go ahead and show you some comic books that I got. I actually won a contest on Instagram. And again, I'm all about that gram life. I'm posting on there all the time, so check me out on there if you haven't already. I'll put the link down below for my Instagram, as well as the guy who I won this from, his Instagram. He's big in the comic book community, and it's really awesome that he's giving back. He had a really cool contest, and you had to basically go through a whole bunch of questions. Each day was a new question. I have to admit, a couple of them were pretty hard, but some of them were real easy. But thankfully, I got to the final round, and then it was randomized between the people that were left, and you got to choose from what was there. And I picked up this prize pack right here, the Amazing Spider-Man variant number 1 right here. Very cool. And I haven't checked out any of these yet. I used to be really big into comic books growing up, and I'm just starting to get back into them. And I like how they're doing a lot of these variant covers, with a lot of hip-hop covers and things like that as well. Uncanny Inhumans number 1. This is another variant edition right there. I really like the Inhumans, and I like the old school Guardians of the Galaxy. I know the movie's very popular, and it's kind of like a new cast, but I really was a big fan of the older Guardians of the Galaxy and some of the characters. I'd love to see them in a movie as well. And I was really big into New Mutants and X-Force and things like that, and really big into Image as well, and Valiant comics too. I really liked Turek, Exo Manowar, a bunch of different characters like that. And then you've got Thor. This is number 8 right here, and I guess there's a digital edition in here as well. So I'm looking forward to checking all of these out. And then there's another variant edition, a Newbury Comics variant edition for Thor number 1. And Thor's got some tatas going right there. I guess there's a new Thor. This is newest to me. Again, like I said, I'm just getting back into comic books. A new comic book store just opened up where the old comic book store on the town next to me closed, so I will be checking that out soon. Although I had a good rapport with the old owner. I don't know the owners of the new place, but hopefully they'll be nice and cool. I know they've got Magic the Gathering nights, which I used to love when I was in high school. I was big into Magic the Gathering. I was a big dork back in the day. Hard to believe, I know. But that game was just a lot of fun, very imaginative. And I picked up 2 vinyl records right here. First up is Billy Joel, Songs in the Attic. This is basically a lot of live performances from 1971 to 1976 in different concert settings. You've got Captain Jack in here. You've got Ballad of Billy the Kid. You've got a lot of great songs in here all over the place. It says from 1971 to 1976, but I guess it looks like on here it's all 1980 is when, I guess maybe those were when the songs were done, and then I guess that's when these were actually recorded. So yeah, you've got everywhere from Madison Square Garden to Washington, D.C., St. Paul, Minnesota, Connecticut, Wisconsin, Philadelphia, so yeah, all over the place, and it's a gatefold album right there. So very nice. And I got this for relatively inexpensive. And you've got some liner, and you got a nice jacket in here as well. I'll go ahead and show you that. And you've got another liner note right here. And there it is in the back. And I guess that was him as a kid. And just going over everything, a lot of information in here, lyrics and information about the songs. So that was very cool. And I will slide out the record right here and try not to touch the grooves. Right there, there's side 1. And then there is side 2. And I'll go ahead and show you the next album I got one more vinyl record. And this one I'm excited for. I've only checked out one song so far, but it's John Carpenter's Lost Themes Remixed. And this one right here is from Sacred Bones. And it's a limited edition Blue Clear Swirl vinyl. It includes remixes from Prurient, Zola Jesus, Skinny Puppy, Blank Mass, and more. So I've only heard one of the remixes and I really enjoyed it, and I loved his original Lost Themes. Oh my gosh, some of those songs were just incredible. Vortex, I can't believe those weren't used. I can definitely picture them in movies from him, but I'll go ahead and show you the Blue Clear vinyl, which I think is incredible looking. Again, don't want to touch the grooves. There we go. Very nice looking. And I do admit I am a sucker for a lot of these special edition vinyl, you know, the swirls and different color ones and things like that. But I try not to get any of them unless I'm an actual fan of the music. I know there's a lot of people out there that are big time collectors and don't collect anything like that, and I guess that's why this has been around for a while, and it seems to be way more prevalent now with all the different, you know, colored and swirled editions. But big fan of the Lost Themes, and can't wait to check out all the remixed album right here. And as always, let me know if you've seen or heard any of these that I'm showing you right now and what you think of them as well. And next up I got four Blu-rays from BluRaysForEveryone.com. And my friend Cliff right here, really nice guy. He's the main guy that runs the site. And so I definitely recommend checking out his site. Great customer service, very friendly guy. And I picked up the Martian right here. I really enjoyed the heck out of this one. I love the whole cast. Oh, the cast was incredible here. Everybody. You've got Matt Damon, of course, Michael Pena, Kate Mara, Jeff Daniels, Kristen Wiig, Jessica Chastain, Sean Bean, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and you've got Donald Glover as well, Childish Gambino, and it's directed by Ridley Scott. Just a fantastic survival epic sci-fi drama. Again, basically him being left on Mars and trying to survive. Great humor as well. Love the interaction with the characters. Love the heck out of this movie. It is dramatically paced, but if you're into classic sci-fi, you're kind of used to it. I do think there's a couple scenes that could have been edited, but that's just me nitpicking. Overall, love the heck out of it still. Next up is Eli Roth's Green Inferno. I know a lot of people hated this film. I heard nothing but negative reviews. I enjoyed it. You know, it's obviously a throwback to, you know, like 70s Italian cannibal movies, and you can definitely tell the influence there. It wasn't perfect, but I still loved it, and I'm definitely gonna, you know, happy to have it in my collection. I like some of the performances for some of the characters, very believable, and the cannibals were creepy. Some really good gore effects in here as well. There's some scenes I wish they would have given you a little bit more gore, and I know a lot of people are putting this down as Eli Roth's worst. I disagree. Knock Knock. Have you seen Knock Knock? That's my least favorite from Eli Roth so far. But overall, I really dig this one. Again, it's a cannibal movie. You know what you're getting yourself into for these types of movies. Young college students go over there to try to help, you know, stop this company from tearing down the rainforest and, you know, keep this tribe there. But little do they know, it's a tribe of cannibals, and they're going to kill them and eat them, and they have to fight to survive. And really tense moments in here. My only gripe about this one was the ending. I wanted more from the ending, and there's actually a credit right after, there's actually another scene rather after some of the credits, which again I hated as well. The ending for me brought it down a little bit, but still something that I really enjoyed. And nice slip cover on here. And definitely some creepy moments in there. Next up is another one that I heard mixed reviews for, and that is The Visit. M. Night Shyamalan. I think he's very formulaic with how he does his movies, you know. It's basically a simplistic plot going along. There's a couple weird things that happen, and then there's a twist. And that's the same thing here. For me, it's almost like a darker children's story with all of his movies. I was loving this movie. It was creeptastic to me. There were certain scenes that just stuck with me long after viewing. But then, you know, the twist comes, which I didn't see coming. Usually some of the twists are very predictable. Like I said, usually formulaic. I didn't see the twist coming, and I think it worked. But then after the twist came, it just kind of fell off a cliff. It just kind of got worse to me, and I hated, I know they're trying to make it realistic with the, the POV and documentary style with the kid rapping at the ending. I could have done without that. There's an alternate ending, which I liked a little bit more, but still, the ending needed to be improved upon greatly, but I still enjoy the heck out of this movie. Super creepy. And I'm still a fan. I know everybody hates M. Night Shyamalan. I'm actually a fan. I didn't like Lady in the Water, but even The Happening, which people crap all over, I love the concept, but I think the acting, I don't know if he was told, everybody was told to act that way or what, but the acting really brought that down. But I love the concept of The Happening. I love Signs. Unbreakable, phenomenal. I mean, I'm a fan, so I'm going to give everything he does as a shot. And I know he, I think, wrote the story for the movie The Devil, which I really enjoyed Devil as well. Next up is Everest. This one was just a survival epic. I love movies with a snowy setting, climbing Everest based on a true story. They show some of the real people towards the end. Great cast in here. So many recognizable people in here. I'm trying to see if it'll say on the back everybody. Sam Worthington, Keira Knightley, Emily Watson, Jake Gyllenhaal, Robin Wright, John Hawkes. John Hawkes looks like a DJ Quails. Is that who it was? The guy, the dorky kid from Road Trip. It's like if he grew up, that's what he kind of looks like to me. You've got Brolin in here as well. Josh Brolin. Jason Clarke, a whole bunch of recognizable faces. Very tense, very suspenseful. Just definitely a movie. It kind of reminds me of Alive as well, but obviously a different aspect. The plane didn't crash. This is them choosing to do this, but great cinematography. Some of the shots, overhead shots, and other things were just beautifully done. This looks stunning on home video as well. And again, pick these up from BluRaysForEveryone.com. Definitely recommend them. Cliff, the owner, very nice guy, very friendly. That recollection was the guy I won this for on Instagram. Definitely check him out if you're into comic books. And then I picked up the records and the Emmy VCR on eBay. So there you go. That's what I picked up. I'm pretty excited to revisit some of this stuff, check out the comic books, listen to Lost Themes Remixed, and check out all the performances from the Billy Joel live ones. I like that there's some ones from different ones that you may not have heard before, so I'm pretty excited for that. So there you go. Let me know if you've seen or heard any of these and what you think of them as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.